You know what, folks, I was thinking about it and I'm looking at everything that I could show you. And I think we're done. I mean, I think that what we can do at this point is we can finish up this tutorial because I would wanted to kind of do a little bit more with the classes. But I mean, it's not really a tutorial. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just showing you how to do something. And there's a big difference between a tutorial and working on a project together. So one last thing that we'll do before we move on, and I wouldn't be able to do a video for you in the next couple of days anyway, but I want to kind of touch up on some things for myself, my own. As you can see, I'm not the best at some of this stuff. I've forgotten some of it, and I do want to go back and refresh myself. And I also want to figure out what kind of site we're going to put together. But we're going to finish up the PHP now, which is something simple. And what we're going to do is, let's do some JSON. As I mentioned before, I don't know why this looks like this, but as I mentioned before, JSON is sort of how everything gets sifted through on websites and what have you nowadays, and cell phone applications, because everything it's JavaScript. And with JavaScript, it doesn't have a database. It's a front end programming language. So everything that you do with JavaScript is done in the front. None of it's done in the back. So there's nothing that you can really save to. Now there are virtual servers or whatever that they have where you can save through the front end. And the way you would have to do that is through creating JSON entries. Now, one of the things that people like about Python is that Python dictionaries are more or less just JSON, so it doesn't take much to transfer it over or translate it over to. But with PHP, I mean, this is an array. An array is, let me see, the thing. An array is, stuff, things, 5, the number 5. And if we were to echo out, or actually we can't echo out. If we were to print our, why do you have that preloaded? Print R the thing, and we've seen this a million times before, right? You would get that. The index, its value, the index, its value. Now, that's how it works with arrays. But this wouldn't work if you wanted to make that JSON. So you would have to new thing equals JSON encode the thing. And you don't have to do it like, you could just go like this. You could just say the thing. You can always make something, as we've done before, equal itself so that it can replace its current value. And then at that point, and I think print R should be fine. At that point, it becomes this. Now the reason why it's just separated by commas is we didn't actually give our indexes out. So if we were to do something like first and then do that, second and then do that, third and then do that, fourth and then do that. If we were to do something like this, this is naming an index and then giving it a value. We would then see it done this way. And this is a JSON, that's a JSON array or a JSON, what do you call, referencing. We can also do it in XML. I mean, we could change, I'm pretty sure, let me see, PHP XML. Let me just get my, let me see, can I change that? Yeah, I mean, you could do it in XML. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to, but you could do it in XML. Now, if you were to send it back, like if you were to get something if you were to get this, sort of information back, the way you can turn it into a PHP array again is after we've encoded. We could actually, I could just do it this way. So, I mean, after we've encoded, we can just go like this. We can go, well, let's go new thing. And let's go newest thing. And let's say JSON decode new thing. And now when we go back down here, we'll say newest thing. Okay. And then we'll get our array back. And also standard class object. So now it's an object. I mean, it's whatever, but that's pretty much, and at that point we can then go echo, because it's an array, newest thing, pop, first, and we will get it made it an object, my fault. It didn't make it an array. We'd have to transform it into an array. What if I just did newest thing? Yeah, it's an object. Okay, so we would have to do the print R. Okay. Because it's an object, it's not an array. But that's how you would, and then at that point you can then separate it. Since it's an object, you can use certain functionality to separate it, and then we can make it an array again. And then it would just be whatever we originally put together. So I just wanted to show you that JSON is something that we may use. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. That's more if you had a system in place that was kind of required Firebase or something like that. I mean, really, folks, let me just say, let me close out with this. As I've told you before, when it comes to web development or programming in general. Oh, wait, wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you something else. Okay, so we're going to have one more video. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. We're going to have one more video, and I'm glad I remember this. This last video is something that I really have to review because I haven't used this in a long time. It's something that it could be very dangerous. So we got to make sure that we get this right. It's kind of like doing regular expressions, which is one of the reasons why I don't like it, because it has nothing to do with English or any syntax that I'm aware of. But it's the way that we're going to turn this into something like that. Or turn this into something like that. And again, it's kind of dangerous. So it could completely ruin your entire website if you don't do it right. So I want to make sure that I get this right for you. So we're not done yet. I'm sorry. We're going to do one more thing. And after that one more thing, and I'm going to try to plot out what kind of website we're going to make. I think I'm going to, I was thinking what we could do is we can just kind of put together I'll show you how to put together like a whole like framework or whatever, and we'll just do websites. So I never use Reddit. I never use this thing, but we could start by making something that would make this a little easier to use or to create, and and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I will be back with one more thing, and then we'll move on with making a website. I'll see you then.